Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing the Happily Married tag. I'm going to be looking down in the video because I have all the questions on my laptop. So I'm just going to jump in and get started answering some of these questions. The first one is, did you date much before you met your husband? No, I did not date much before I met him. I only had one serious boyfriend before we got together, and I didn't really date other than that. Did online dating exist when you were dating? Yes, it did. Would you have used it if it was? I kind of used it with my first serious boyfriend. That's where we did most of our talking before we started hanging out and then before we were actually a couple. So I didn't use like a dating site. It was back in like AOL Messenger days. So kind of used it. Let's see. What do you think the best place to meet a great guy? I don't really know. Great guys are everywhere. They're not all just hurled up in this one location. So I guess you can meet great guys and horrible guys all in the same place. I don't really know what to say there. What qualities would you tell a single woman to look for in a man? I would definitely say someone that's honest. You have to have someone that's honest with you, that you're not, paranoid that he's going behind your back doing things he shouldn't. A hard worker, someone that's willing to go to work every day. A guy that doesn't want to just sit at home on his butt all day and be useless. And then probably someone that can keep the romance alive. That one, every once in a while will show you that he still appreciates you. What dating advice will you or have you given your daughter? Well, I don't have a daughter, I don't have any kids, so I'm not sure what kind of dating advice I would give. I think that it would probably be a circumstantial thing. There's not like one set of advice that I know that I'm going to give my daughter. So those are all pre-husband questions. So early days, this is when you first started getting to know your spouse. How did you meet your husband and how old were you? I was 16, he was 18. I actually met him through my sister. The first encounter we had, we were in high school, so I was on the publication and yearbook staff, so I did the newspaper and yearbook, and I was doing an article, and my sister was in his homeroom class, and she's younger than me by 2 grades, and I wanted to go in and pull her from homeroom so I could get a quote from her or something, I believe. And he was in there, and that was our first encounter. And then hanging out with my sister again, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of chalking people's car, but the car chalk where you can write on it. It was a big thing whenever I was in high school to go chalk people's car and stuff. So we did that, and we basically stayed out all night. It was 5 in the morning. We were just going back and forth, chalking each other's car, and just doing high schooler things. Oh, and we had a high-speed chase around our neighborhood. Yeah, that was that night too. So it was an interesting first couple of encounters. Okay, so the next question was, did you play hard to get? Honestly, my little sister liked him, and he thought she was too young for him because he was 4 grades ahead of her. So there was quite a bit of an age difference there. She had a crush on him, and he was pursuing me. And it put me in an awkward position because my little sister likes him, and now you want to date me. Plus, I had a boyfriend at the time. I didn't necessarily play hard to get because I wasn't interested, but he slowly snuck his charming ways in, and then here we are today. Okay, so did you know he was the one right away? Did he know you were the one? I don't think either of us knew that we were the one. We were both really young, so I don't think we were thinking about the one at the time. What qualities does your husband love about you when you were first dating? I'm gonna go with my personality. I'm not sure. I haven't asked him. I forgot that question was in here, or I would have. But yeah, I'm not sure. Did you have a timeline for marriage?
I didn't have a timeline of when I wanted to get married, but I did have a timeline of when I did not want to get married. I told him he could not propose to me before I was 18 and before I was out of high school. So he took that and went with it, and then it took him forever to propose to me, basically. So the next question is, did you have to nudge your husband towards marriage? Okay, so fast forward 4 years later, I'm 20, he's 22, we're still not engaged, we've been together for a solid 4 years, never broken up, been long distance, I've moved halfway across the country country for him. We're from Arkansas, we moved to Florida, moved back to Arkansas, moved in together, everything, and we've had people that have met, got married, had kids, all that in this time span. And I mean, granted, we're only 20 and 22, I don't want kids and all that, but a proposal would be nice. I mean, dang. So it was Christmas time, and it's getting close to Christmas, so he's like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And so I send him a text. I list off a bunch of stuff, and then right in the middle of my list, in huge, capitalized letters, is engagement ring. Not subtle at all. And we had gone to look for engagement rings, and I told him which ones I wanted, and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I did definitely nudge him towards marriage. How do your parents influence the kind of marriage you wanted? Really look at my grandparents towards marriage. They've been married 50 years. And I lived with them most of my life growing up, especially towards as I got older. And I just seen what a true marriage is. So they're really who influenced what I wanted in a marriage. Okay, so wedding and marriage. So this is actually the wedding and then after you've been married. So what did you love most about your wedding? The groom. I love the groom, the location, my wedding dress, getting dressed up, all of our family being there. I loved everything about our wedding. The only thing I didn't love is I felt like I was being pulled in 50 million directions. So what element of your wedding didn't matter as much as you thought it would? Let's see. I think all of it really. Is the first year of marriage really the hardest? Honestly, I've only been married for a year and 15 days. So, all I can tell you, if the first year is the hardest, then we are golden because we had a great first year. We didn't have anything go wrong. I don't even remember any fights we had. Obviously we bickered, but we didn't have any fights about anything. It was great. What advice do you give newlywed couples? Just enjoy yourselves, especially if you don't have any kids or anything. I told him that I wanted to wait an entire year before we thought about having kids, and he thought that was a good idea. I didn't want to get married and then immediately we're pregnant and we can't do anything. So we really enjoyed it. We went on our honeymoon. We went on a cruise with our friends. We made a surprise trip back home because we recently moved this year, and we got to see friends that we hadn't got to see for a while in a surprise Christmas party. We just are really able to get up and go and not have to worry about anything yet, and we're still able to just enjoy each other. If you're religious, how has your faith influenced your marriage? We are religious, but we don't actively go to church. We're both Southern Baptist, so it's influenced our wedding, or our wedding. Yeah, it influenced our wedding too, but it influenced our marriage because, let's see, he is the full-time, hard-working guy. He wakes up every day, he goes to work, comes home, and I work, but it's about a third the amount of what he works as far as hours goes, and I'm the actual, I take care of the house, I pay the bills, I do the grocery shopping, I do laundry, all of it is on me. The only thing he has to worry about at home is taking the trash out and then doing, yard work, mowing the yard, and if I need something done outside. but it's wintertime right now, so he has nothing to do other than take the trash out. And he works so much harder than I do, so I don't want him to have to worry about anything when it comes to at home. I want him to come home, relax, have supper ready for him. So that's really like, there's a lot of negativity around like the husband being the lead role in the house, but I think that there's a reason that that is there, and so many women neglect that or feel there's such like a feminist standing where they're equal to men. I'm equal to my husband, but I let him be the husband. So that's the biggest way that it's influenced our marriage. So that was the last question. I hope y'all enjoyed getting to know me a little better, a little bit about me and my husband and our relationship. Can't wait to see you on the next video.